This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down following the run. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. Throw complete right side to Cooks. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Got a man open. That's DeVante Parker complete. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeVante Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Lutz now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They run it here with Gordon, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Ross. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now Ross to throw on 2nd down. Steps up under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Denzel Perryman in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Ross is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he's got it up and through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chargers getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now Gordon on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And able to find Dorsett. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. From the gun, Mariota to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the end.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. To throw is Ross. Throwing to start the drive. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Let's go!
Ross looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Here we go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. On that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now they try the right side here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Going deep here for Land. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. A first down throw for Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ross. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Lutz now to kick this one away. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is Mariota. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This is Gordon on the dump-off. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Mariota again. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To the air again. Mariota. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing. Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. shift together here from the D-line. Mariota now to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A second down throw here for Mariota. And right side, Henry's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Mariota on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. On second down, Mariota again. And now look at him go. The 40, the 30, past the 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota to throw it. And that will be incomplete as well.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And some room to roam now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So out come the Chargers, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Mariota now on second down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Mariota. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Taking it about the 36. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ross now on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Schaefer. Give him 30 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right around the 31.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defense.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. They give him a gain of 38. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.
I've been rolling on the freeway, too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind.